Dads, you've been feeling constantly exhausted, irritable, like you're barely keeping it together. I want to let you know you're not alone. About 15% of all fathers are experiencing perinatal anxiety due to an overwhelming demand of being a father. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're juggling work, you have responsibilities, family needs, you got to maintain the yard, and your health is like the last thing you're focused on, which means that this cycle of stress literally wreaks havoc on your body and your mind. That dad bod that everyone's talking about isn't just about skipping the workouts, man. It's about the physical manifestation of chronic stress that's constantly keeping your nervous system locked up in fight and flight mode. The most healthcare providers, they're not talking about what chronic stress does to your waistline or to your health, and this is a major stressor that is not being discussed. This video is for you fathers who are exhausted, you're stressed out, the dads who are running on an empty tank, ones who are struggling to find that balance with work and family demands while they also have to worry about their health, their declining energy, and wondering, is this really what fatherhood is supposed to look like? Today we're revealing why so many dads are stuck in this cycle of chronic stress. Now, it's affecting your nervous system, and yet this is the most powerful cheat code that's going to be broken down today to help you not to add on more to your plate, but to focus on neurologically focused chiropractic care and how this catalyst will truly transform your health and energy to get you back to where you want to be. I personally am 38 years old. I'm a father of 3 amazing children, ranging from ages to 6 to 9, right? Absolutely insane. I commute 3 hours a day. I work 4 12-hour shifts at my practice, and I go to the gym 5 days a week. Oh, and I also work part-time, basically, on a 20-acre homestead that I live on with my family, and I have animals. We have a garden. We have all this other stuff. So stress, I feel you. I'm barely hanging on day by day. But I want to take a look at something that's very helpful, at least that I learned decades ago. Now, when I look at my life right now, I'm so thankful. I thank God every morning for all that I have. But I never imagined it would be like it is today. I have so much on my plate that constantly I'm looking at what the next activity is for the kids, what they're going to be doing for sports, how I'm going to grow my pediatric practice to the next level, how I'm going to focus on my relationships, all these other factors. But the one thing that I don't have to worry about constantly is my health. Now, the foundation of my health is not the foundation that most people look at. I don't have a great medical doctor. No. I have not been to one of those guys in 20 years. My foundation to health is a healthy and balanced nervous system. Now, my chiropractic care for myself is not for neck and back pain. It serves to regulate the autonomic nervous system, which then controls every other system in the body. This is why today's video is being developed. Now, I'm not perfectly successful in every which way and form, absolutely not today. However, when it comes to the expression of one's health, when you don't have to worry about your health on a regular basis, that is a fundamental that aids in you doing amazing in other projections of your life. So let's get right into the nuts and bolts of what we're going to discuss today. Understanding how your nervous system responds to chronic dad stress. Your nervous system has 2 primary parts. You've got the sympathetic, which is fight or flight, which really is there to get you out of harm's way. It's the stressor. You also have the parasympathetic, which is rest and digest and restore state. Now, when you're constantly juggling work deadlines, family responsibilities, financial pressure, and you're also trying to maintain those relationships in your family, your body gets stuck in this sympathetic dominance. Now, that's essentially keeping that gas pedal pressed down 24/7. You know what I mean? You're so stressed out, you're so fatigued, but you can't sleep at night because you're so stressed out. That is a sympathetic dominant environment. Now, chronic stress activates your body to continually release cortisol. Now, cortisol, along with other stress hormones, they can be helpful in true emergencies, right? When you got to get out of that emergency situation, but it creates serious health problems when you're constantly elevating those areas. Now, the nervous system was not designed to handle this level of sustained stress, leading to what we call dysautonomia. It's a dysfunction of the autonomic nervous system that impacts every bodily function that you have. Now, this leads to a cascade of health effects, which we call dad burnout. You have chronic sympathetic dominance, which elevates and hikes up cortisol, which directly contributes to to make that joke about, oh, right, the dad bod, that's super hot, right? No. When you have excess abdominal fat, you have muscle loss, your overall health is declining, that dad bod is no longer the hot topic out there. These stress hormones don't just affect your physical appearance. They actively suppress and reduce testosterone levels. They reduce muscle recovery and they disrupt metabolic function. Now, the inflammatory triggers by this chronic stress impact everything from your cardiovascular health to your immune system and your cognitive function, which is how your brain's working. This explains why stressed out dads often experience brain fog, memory loss, reduced patience with their children, diminished ability to regulate their emotions, and you're not acting like a man right now if your health isn't really doing well. Now, the traditional self-care advice for most dads falls really short because most people are just like, well, hey, dad, go to the gym, go ahead and eat better, right? Skip out on the burgers, eat a salad. It's not that simple, or else everyone would have a six-pack abs at the age of 40. But when your nervous system is already exhausted, you're going to find energy to implement these changes. It's absolutely impossible. Physically, it's not your fault. This is not something that you can do, or you're going to end up like one of these dads at the gym that I see that are working out every day, showing up like they need to, but they're not losing weight. They're not getting back on their health. They're not getting off medications. They're still sick. The irony is that you need these healthy behaviors to heal, but chronic stress has depleted the very reserves that you need to start this practice. This is why willpower alone isn't enough. You have to address the root cause of why you're fatigued, but you got to do it at a neurological level first. Until your nervous system shifts out of that survival mode, that sustained lifestyle challenge will never be able to implement and maintain. Now, that cheat code that I was talking about earlier on dad's health, it is neurologically focused chiropractic care. It's so simple. Neurologically focused adjustments directly address subluxations. Now, a subluxation is a neurological interference that keeps your nervous system stuck in this stress mode. These gentle and very, very specific adjustments will help to restore the proper communication between your brain and your body. It allows your nervous system to finally shift out of fight and flight and get back into rest and recovery mode. It helps your body be more balanced in midline. When I adjust dads in this practice that I have, neurologically focused chiropractic care, they will see changes with their neck and back pain, I guarantee that. But they're also going to notice that at first they're sleeping better. They have improved energy levels. They have reduced tension and stress. They have an enhanced mood. And they gradually, over time, start to improve their physical health to where now doctors aren't needing to use medications to maintain their disease levels. Now, this is really hitting a reset button if you have an overstressed nervous system. It's creating a foundation of health that changes the way that you view and manage your health. Now, this is a different approach from standard chiropractic care because in my practice at Maximize Chiropractic, we first use advanced insight scan technology to precisely measure your nervous system function and identify exactly where stress and subluxations are impacting you the most. Meaning that we don't just cheat, we don't just give you an assumption, we don't just give you a diagnosis or a label, have a one-size-fit-all medication, maintain your disease. No. We are correcting the cause so that you are being seen by me less and less. And the scientific approach allows us to create personalized care plans on objective measurements. It's not just a generic cookie cutter, one size fit all, you're a dad, so here's what you should do once a week care. No, it's specific. We focus specifically on the neurological component of health rather than just the musculoskeletal pain. We address the root cause versus just treating symptoms that temporarily mask what the problem is. The approach here is very unique and is designed to restore optimal neurological function first. And then it creates the energy capacity for you to implement other healthy lifestyle changes. Dads, you deserve to feel your best. You deserve to look your best. And it's not just for your family, but it's for yourself. Neurologically focused chiropractic care isn't just another thing to add into your already overwhelmed to-do list. It's the essential first step that will make everything else possible. If you address the root cause of your exhaustion at a neurological level, you'll finally have the energy to implement those other healthy habits that you know that you should be doing. Countless dads in my practice have experienced this transformation. Within just a few weeks of beginning their care, they report better sleep, improved mood, reduced pain, and their energy levels are higher than they felt in years. Your family needs you at your best. The design of men is to be the hierarchy of this family and household. You are the leader. If your health is diminished, you are not leading the other members within your family. And your nervous system is the first part to this. Now, what you need to do, or in all reality, if your wife's going to be listening to this and scheduling this, that's just fine. What you two need to do is first schedule a comprehensive neurological insight scan at Maximize Chiropractic. Step one. Then we're going to give you an assessment to understand a clear picture of what's causing some of this stress. Then we're going to give you a care plan, and that is how you get your energy and health back. The slack is taken out the rope, and your health starts to improve on a better basis. Get the link below in the bio to learn more. Take a look at the website, learn more about the insight scans that we use here in this practice. And dads, this is a helpful opportunity for your health to advance forward. I look forward to meeting you. Thank you.